I drew up plans on how to make this. I don't know how this will work, but these are jigs. Someone had given it to me because I had done those Indian wedding type wedding vessels, Native American wedding vessels. So I looked at this, I wanted to reproduce this. So I drew a shop drawing, one sheet drawing, full size. If you can imagine this, let me turn it to the right side. If the angle, this would be like a jam chuck. This would go on here. This would be gripped in the lathe. And what I'm attempting to do here is to drill down. So this axis would be from where my finger is there to here. So I would put this on my lathe, and when this spins, it rotates wildly. Not very fast, but fast enough that I could drill it out deep enough as I want. And then I can rotate this disc and do the other side. You know, where you can change, you know, you have two axes here. But there's a whole procedure of about 8 or 10 steps to lead me to get it here. And you can see here where you would eventually cut this across here to get you this shape. In the future, I'm going to change the shape of this. I didn't like the shape, so I want it more onion shape, onion bulb. This is kind of like that, but it's too sharp for me. Here's a jig used to hold it securely, so when you cut it on the bandsaw, so it doesn't roll and you can hold it securely. So this is a double spouted vase that we saw out in the shed.
And that's one piece? There's no two pieces glued?
It's one piece, and it's hollowed, and it's hidden in the grooves here, how you hollow it, but it's hollow, and it's thin all the way down. You know, these intersect down here.
And is that cherry?
Yes, this is cherry. And these here, this was my first one. When did I turn? This is 2011. Frank Linton had an article in the AAW, and his rendition of these are all renditions of the Native American wedding vessels, which theirs were made out of clay and kind of similar in looking, but that was Frank Linton's interpretation of it. So I drew up a plan, figured out the size wood I would need to make this, and that's how it turned out. Now, this one, I'm not sure. This is cherry. I made another one of these that ended up in South Dakota for a wedding. So, and they were very pleased getting one of these. So I made 3 of these so far. And the finishes, this was my first working with lacquer, but it was brush on lacquer, many coats and rubbing it, but it turned out, I think, very nice, and it's durable, seems durable.
I'm just impressed at how well you got that sidewall uniform, and the shape really blended very well considering how it's carved.
Yeah, because you're right, because that came out of a drilled hole, and once you have the top here, you know, and it's cut off flat, and you have the drilled hole, you can just go to the rim, you know, I mean, you can blend it. It does take some carving, and just like these take some carving too.